Oh, I need to DM.
Welcome, everyone, to the Expanse Elias Keating, episode 9. So our crew has had a chance to get to know each other a little bit. Some are, like Johnny and Drake, are a little more friendly. Some, like Luna versus everyone, is a little less friendly, a little more hostile. And we're going to rejoin our crew as they are on their ship. They've settled on the name Bucephalus after tossing some options back and forth and discussing some ancient Earth history. And they are watching the Tynan, Clay's Asford ship, head off away from them with the cargo delivered. They've received confirmation that the money that they were getting paid has been delivered. And they're coming to the realization that they have no plans, nowhere to be, no one to talk to specifically. And they are free. And we will join them as they are all gathered in the galley, actually in operations, because they like to go to the galley too much.
Like to eat and drink.
Especially that Dreg fellow.
Yeah, we love all the gruel that we have for rations right now.
I'm not even sure it counts as gruel, to be honest. It's that bad.
Oh, no.
It's bad. All right. So here we are. Our group is gathered in operations in their ship that is still, to them, pretty full of mystery.
Can you unpause, please?
Sure.
Alrighty.
It's the only time you're going to hear me say please.
So we see the Turing is out of our field now, and everything seems to be good.
Mm-hmm.
And we have our transponders working now too, right?
Transponder, yep. You are the Bucephalus officially.
Cool. So we can finally dock somewhere.
At some point, you may want to see how good the cover story is, but certainly should be good enough to let you dock and do normal things.
Mm-hmm.
So what do y'all do?
So Dreg's gonna turn to the crew over here. Basically just getting used to the new controls for these sensors and stuff, and just say like, what do we do now? We got our payment, right?
Yeah?
Well, we should probably go somewhere to.
I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea, Johnny.
All
Look,
right.
I think seems like we're all sticking together for the most part. I don't know. if anybody has any plans of going off and doing their own thing at some point, but if you all want to continue to work together, I have a contact that reached out with a job. So let me just.
What's this job?
Relay that information real quick. Hold on. It is. Nope, that is my dad. Are you interested in a job? Would rub the nose of someone with more wealth than Ceres in the mud. Yeah, so not a lot of details on the job. But we get to like kind of like rib the wealthy in this particular one.
I like that a lot.
Me too.
Sounds pretty good. I mean, yeah, that's definitely an option. I did get a coupon for the Midnight Masquerade over on Tycho. It's valid for 2 free hours for a VIP if we get a room for a couple nights. And I mean,
Ew.
I do love the ballet that they put on over there.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Solid.
So
Solid.
they did tell me that it would be on Titan in 2 months. So that's where the job is at.
Okay.
Also, side note, we should head out to Ganymede at some point. But that's more of like let's go check out Ganymede and handle some personal affairs. But that's not important right now.
Okay.
I've got a pretty good lead as well, but it's set in Eros. I'm not sure what the timeline is like, but I could reach out, and once I hear back from this contact, we could see if that's going to line up with something we can do in those couple of months.
True. I mean, we also just say fuck all this and go do whatever we want.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
But as I see it, we fought together, and nobody else is going to get this ship from us. I think we should stick together for sure.
I mean, they can try to take it.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, I'm down to stick together. You guys saved my life there for a minute. So that's, and even Luna even went back and got her jackets. So she's
I regret it.
She's growing.
I regret every moment of it.
I'll take it back. I'll take that back.
You guys do not shut up about it. It's ridiculous. We could also go do ice hauling.
Sorry for appreciating you. I won't happen again.
It's
ice
such a
hauling
waste of time.
Ice hauling sounds like an idea. Where, how much? Any information?
It's for near Brotheus, Saturn and luxury. Travel to Saturn in luxury and get paid while doing it for the Per Clean Water Company. I'll forward the email to everybody so you can see it.
All right.
So, like, would we be cutting the ice ourselves?
I assume we'd be like cutting up comments and shit, or something. Collecting water.
If it's labor, they need a union. That's all I'm saying.
Gotta get water somehow, I guess.
Well, if that's the case, like if there's like a workforce that's doing that, and we're just coming in as like contractors, like mercs, just swiping in and taking up a bunch of their jobs. I think we're the opposite of the union at that point, Dreg.
Yeah, good point.
We're scabs.
Definitely scabs.
Okay, clearly no interest. I can't believe I even mentioned it and wasted my breath. I will let them know we're not interested.
I mean, I've got an old contact that reached out to me. The job's somewhat timely. Needs to get done pretty within the next couple of weeks here.
Oh,
I don't know if I ever mentioned Harper over on Garcia before, but she reached out. Has a box that needs moving from Garcia to Series.
Mm.
It's 300 kilos, about 8 by 5 by 4 feet cube package. So it doesn't seem too crazy. The work she's passed me before has always been pretty legit, and it pays well. So I can find out some more details, and that's something we could get moving on.
Roy, you said there in the center of this room in particular, there's like a star chart type of device, like something where we could like pull up and kind of like. Okay, so yeah,
Johnny's standing right at the edge of it.
Okay, I'm gonna also walk over to that and just like pull up this and just kind of like start kind of tracking like from where we're at to the location that Johnny's talking about to the the drop point. However, we need to get paid in that situation, and then like the time it would take to possibly get to Titan from there, and see if that's like within that 2 months span, if we'd be able to do both of these jobs.
Yeah. So in the general sense, it mostly comes down to, anywhere like inside of Saturn, mostly would come down to how much of a burn you're really willing to suffer to move around. What did Johnny tell you as for the destination?
Garcia, picking up at Garcia Station and heading out to Ceres.
Yeah. Okay. So I would say that I don't know what decision was made for captain and shit while I was gone, but like I would say my 2 cents in this would be that our burn, unless absolutely necessary, does not harm our Delta comrades here. So
they did fine.
Yeah, whatever the like, I guess like maximum burn is without them becoming harmful.
Okay.
Ew, you care.
Give me just a moment to get you some numbers. So the general like the kind of like standard burn is usually 0.3 G. Okay. Even with Martian and UN militaries, like a military burn is still like 0.8 G. So pretty much like if you're just kind of like traveling around this, without a rush or to get to a fight or whatever the case is, it's usually somewhere between 0.3 and 0.8. On the lower end, you can accelerate for a little while at like 0.3 and then go on the float to save fuel and float most of the way. That takes a lot longer because you're not doing a continual acceleration to somewhere around midpoint and then flipping around and doing a long deceleration burn. And then obviously you can burn a lot more fuel and be on aggressive flight from one area to the other. So just one more thing to check here. So just flight time alone at 0.3 G, you're looking at about 38 days to go from where you are now to Garcia to Ceres to Ceres to Titan.
Perfect. All right. I mean, you know, like I'm just like looking at the star charts, talking to Johnny, like, hey, I think we could time this out pretty easily.
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
Gonna do it.
Yeah, I'm
We'll
down.
make some money.
We
We'll
got
make some money.
and we can
Let's go
probably
make
pick
some
up some
money.
supplies. We can probably pick up some supplies with got about 100. We just got about 125,000 from that trip, from that last expedition. There worked out pretty good, and we're missing a few things on board here. Maybe we can get a little better gruel.
Better
sure.
cool, better food,
Maybe some drinks.
PDC rounds. How are we on bullets?
We're
Green,
we got
red, black.
we got a couple mags. We're like, I would say we're like in the orange
Oh.
situation. We're we've got a couple mags each for pistols, and 40 bullets for the rifles, and then we were able to patch up my my suit, which is good, my EV suit. And but we could use a whole lot more of all of that.
Yeah,
and fuel too.
What do we have, like one torpedo too, or something like that?
Something like that. I like do a diagnostic scan of our torpedo bay, or how many we have in stock.
Yep, you have one torpedo, and the PDC rounds for the single PDC that you have on the ship currently are half expended. And if you
Okay.
recall, you have essentially already built stations to install 3 more PDCs, and you have a half of a PDC in the cargo hold. So that's where your external weapons are.
Nice.
And while we're above the table, like, you guys are going to need, especially with all the travel, you guys need fuel and you need water for your ship, or you are going to be stuck in space with no fuel or no water. You're going to need food of some sort, minimum. You had just like those gross, super nasty food replacement bars and nothing else. No actual food for the systems. You have like 2 microwaves. You have the things to make food with. There's not like extra, but you can make do. You had, depending on what you guys have consumed so far, you had only enough coffee for 2 pots of coffee, and a couple of servings of a mango-like juice, and nothing else. Other than that, it's water and water-flavored water.
Does the ship have any potential for like a closed system? Was that like bio? Basically, where we have like oxygen and water being created and filtration happening with a more natural.
Yep, you could. So you don't have a ton of space
Mhm.
to have like large. Like, you really can't grow any actual food. But what you can do is you could sacrifice space on a lot of the wall panels and
Mhm.
essentially install like a hydroponic system on top of the wall, or like on the wall, and that would filter your air. It's not going to filter your water. Your water system, and the water system isn't a huge deal as long as you guys keep it like get it topped up, and then you're not like wasting the water on stuff. The water system is really, really good. But obviously having plants that would filter the air will reduce the load on the air filters. It'll reduce there'll be a cost to install it if you want to do that, but longer term, it would significantly reduce the maintenance on the system. You would have to replace air filters much less frequently. The wear and tear on the air filter system would drastically decrease. And you can't really grow food. You could certainly grow like herbs and stuff like that to mix in with the other stuff that you're cooking.
Your gruel doesn't taste so bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, assuming that you get actual food, you could have like a lot of like stuff based off mushrooms and whatnot, and then like other stuff. So it will taste sort of like what you could get on a planet, and at least it won't be bland and gross. But it also won't be like your pad thai won't taste quite like pad thai. The noodles will be made from mushrooms and stuff like that. So it'll be yummy, but not the same yummy.
introduce a protomolecule to fungus. It's a good combo.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
Remind us, how much money did we end up getting for the deal?
You got about
5,000.
yeah.
How much?
125 credits.
Okay, and that's total between all 5 of us.
Yeah, and that's partly the payment and partly the bonus that you got from the negotiations. So that's your total take between the 5 of you.
Minus the transponder already?
No, he that's already minus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Yeah. So fuel, water, food, those would be some of the early critical stuff. Other things that you would probably want to prioritize are more tools. The tool shop is severely lacking. The tools got left on the Melampus.
All right, well, Dreg, stop using your tools to build little trinkets and shit.
Hey, listen, I've got my personal tools, and we got the ship's tools.
Aren't those mostly trash anyway?
They're not trash. They're recycled.
By trash.
What else
You're
would the
using
trash
trash.
be doing?
Ew.
What else would the trash be doing?
You can't just let it go to waste.
I'm thinking that maybe don't give Luna one of the figurines as a gift. Just saying.
I mean,
Yeah.
not until the skill level goes up a little bit. So yeah, tools. You probably also want to get some of the spare parts for stuff that you'll go through. Like you don't have air filters. You don't have the parts that will repair your air filter system, your water system, your fuel system. You have a few parts, but not much. So you probably want to get some of that. You probably want to consider maybe another, whether it's a light armor suit like you guys used in the fight, or whether it's just an EVA suit. You probably want to get a couple extra of those so that if one of the ones you have gets severely damaged, you have a spare. And then obviously, if you guys are even concerned slightly about ship-to-ship combat, which given the track record of your jobs is probably not off the table, you may want to look at stocking up on the weapons and longer term maybe start to figure out what it would take and cost to get some extra PDC cannons built and installed on the ship.
Yeah,
so,
I'm definitely gonna be pro pirating any pirates. So if you come across that.
Do we have any money ourselves already?
Well, we're also on basic, right?
Well, you each have backgrounds. You can role play asking that.
Mm-hmm.
But
role play asking if we have money.
Well, you're talking to each other. I'm not going to tell you
what kind of Luna. What kind of pricing plans were you on? What's your credit system?
That doesn't even make sense to me.
Well, I'm on basic.
That doesn't make sense to me.
What do you mean?
Or I was before.
I don't know what credit system I'm on. How do I know?
Yeah, I don't know what Alex is talking about. You have to ask him.
Sorry.
He's making stuff up.
Well, I thought
Jen Cbid2 on Twitch says hi.
What up,
They don't
Chrissy?
have UBI?
What the fuck are you talking about?
You talking about Alex or?
Yeah.
I thought they had universal basic income in the Expanse universe.
They do on Earth.
Oh, okay.
They have social assistance on Mars.
Hold on. Can we just keep that role playing going? That Drag is just assuming everybody has this. It's like aren't you a belter? Like, do you get universal income?
No, he doesn't. I don't know what he's talking.
No.
Why do you think Luna is getting universal income, Drag?
I just assumed we all had money somehow.
Yeah, we do jobs.
Oh my
Yeah.
God! Is
Good
our
job.
engine okay right now?
Yeah, the engine's fine. I swear. We're still burning dirty. We're good.
Do I need to go check things, or are you making stuff up again?
No. I like pull up a diagnostic on my terminal. See, the engine's fine.
Okay, so to be clear, you're really good at this, and then everything else just falls off real fast. Is that
Yeah,
okay?
pretty
All right.
much.
Okay, buddy, it's okay. Just keep the engines humming. That's all I need.
Cool. Sorry, guys.
Well,
But
what universe? Like, you just magically get money from the system? Like, you don't have to do anything? They just give you money?
oh, that's what I've heard of before.
Yeah, yeah, it's complicated over there.
You're not even allowed to have money on when you're on basic.
Oh,
Things you just get food and
Sort
it's
of.
basic. It's not basic. It's basic
wow.
sustenance.
Food and medicine, kind of.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I thought all the inners had their own, like, everything figured out and it was all good.
There's a
Half
lot
of
of them
them
that do. Yeah. There's a lot of
Well,
them
You
that do.
really think that Tweedledee and Tweedledum have shit figured out?
I don't know.
I
Yeah.
figured out how to get the fuck off that planet. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a false paradise.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I've heard of those before. I'm familiar. But that being said, we should probably figure out resources like fuel. Is there do we know of any like big markets we can go to? Is there
Down
someone
Or-
you inners can
Down
call?
has gotten better.
I mean, where we're heading right now, there should be plenty of resources.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's a station like any other, you know.
If we just do burn and floats every once in a while, we should get there in a decent amount of time.
Awesome.
And I mean, zero grav, I'm probably is gonna be feeling great for y'all.
Yeah, it's definitely feeling better than it was before. We really appreciate that.
Can't do 1G.
Nah, I mean, if you remember the other day, I was just in bed all day. That's a lot.
Yeah, actually, you know, maybe we should burn a little harder and keep those belters locked in their beds. Keep them quiet.
Well, just let me know beforehand.
God damn it, Johnny. How long time wise before we're there, Roy?
Well, I mean, so if you're gonna head from where you are now to Garcia, 13 days at 0.3 G. So if you go faster, that'll drop off. If you go slower, that'll increase. So kind of like let me know how fast you want to go, and I can give you an idea.
Yeah, I think 0.3 is fine. As long as we're getting there in a reasonable amount of time. We have enough fuel for 13 days, Alex or Drag?
Yeah.
I assume so. I pull up the fuel meter.
I posted in ping. You have way more than enough, and you can fuel like Garcia.
Yeah, we've got enough to get there and more.
All right. Yeah, I mean we're good then. We're in cruise mode, y'all. We're basically whatever you want to do in the interim free time. We could keep planning stuff. I don't know how much we can plan.
I'm gonna get more familiar with the sensor tech that we have on the ship just to see what's in proximity around us. And I'm just gonna pull that up on the terminal and keep an eye on that as we're cruising. But other than that, I think we're pretty good.
Nice. Hey Johnny, you got a minute to talk, man? We can go talk somewhere.
Yeah. We can chat.
Yeah. Let's go to the galley since we apparently love to hang out there. Whee! Wish my token just moved instantly. It's so annoying.
Floating in space.
So dumb.
Yeah.
But you guys, since you guys went in space, did you put your EVA suits on? No, it's a bad joke.
All right. So Johnny,
What's up?
have you heard anything back about your mom?
Yeah, I wanted to say thanks for that. Some guys took care of a whole bunch of stuff, and they're even pulling her off. They're even pulling her off Earth, so she finally even got off that rock too. Now she's going to be on Luna getting recovery. This Sandoval guy, he's taking care of the whole thing. So whatever you did on your end to have people help out worked like a charm. So I owe you one.
Yeah, man, always. I mean,
How do you know these people? How did you ever get involved with the kind of people that could pay this much?
yeah, it's a good question. It's a great question. So, anyways, I'm glad your mom's doing great.
Yeah.
All right.
What else is going on with you?
Not much. At some point, I want to maybe head out to Ganymede. Like besides like the news and seeing all that stuff going on and wanting to kind of dig into whatever's going on there. I might be able to meet up with some family. I haven't seen in a while. So
yeah,
which
I'll back you on that.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that they thought I was dead, or I thought they were dead. I wasn't quite clear about the status of my family. But it seems that I don't know. Maybe actually get back in touch with at least my dad.
Yeah, he's over on Ganymede, or will be at some point.
He possibly will be. There's I mean, we could potentially meet up with him closer to Luna if he can't travel all that distance, but yeah.
All right. Yeah, well, we can make that happen.
Yeah.
We need to go to series.
We got to make sure that we're we got to make sure that we're in.
Yeah, Luna, did you say that to Drag?
Yeah.
Just said it to everybody.
They left. They're on their own.
Oh.
Unless you followed them.
Yeah.
Then I said it to Johnny. Well, Johnny's
Drake.
there though.
Drake. Johnny's in the
Drake and Johnny left you. You're with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, where I'm looking, it was showing up weird. Then yeah, I said it to Drake.
But yeah,
even though I thought I said it to everyone.
We'll finish with Mark and Jacob, and then we'll come to you and Drake.
Yeah. So Drake, I mean, we can make this happen, but we're probably going to want to try and work together here and make sure that either you or me is in charge of the ship, if you know what I mean. I don't think that we want Luna telling us what to do more and actually have the authority or more, basically,
And the authority to back it.
Yeah, the authority to back it. So, I mean, if we have to say yes to everything that she comes up with, then that would probably lead me to
spacing yourself.
Yeah, I might find a way to an airlock pretty soon after that.
Look, Johnny, I'm not good at taking other people's orders. I'm not gonna lie to you, buddy. You've been with me long enough to know that no matter who we've worked with. Yeah. I would probably be okay-ish if you were in charge, but yeah, I'm definitely would not be able to handle Luna being my captain. I don't think Drake can be a captain, let alone has the ambition to.
I would have no clue how that would go, but it wouldn't go well.
I assume that we would turn into some sort of trinket selling cargo ship.
Yeah, we'd be like intergalactic ice cream truck and
like a flea market in space.
Yeah.
But
flea market in space. Shit.
So I agree. I agree with you.
I don't think Maria wants the job. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Maria. Again, I don't know who's going to stay with the crew and who wants to go either. Like this is really, we really just came together for a job, and we ended up with a ship. I don't know if everybody wants to stay or what. I definitely like this ship. I definitely just lost my ship. So I'm cool with getting a new ship. And as for being on a ship with anybody else, man, I'm glad it was with you. So
good stuff, brother.
Yeah.
Well,
but we can figure out who it is between the two of us for sure, and see if Garcia has any inklings of leadership. I definitely don't want to start a coup before there's an actual leader to start a coup against. That'd be nice if we don't have mutinies before there's even a captain to mutiny against.
Yeah, that would be helpful, I think.
At least let's have a captain to mutiny against. Like let's work that out.
Like an interim captain or something, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, like at the very least, like maybe just make sure that nobody tries to kill each other for becoming captain before there's an actual captain. So we just figure this out before that happens. I assume that we're currently just kind of a mobocracy, as it seems that everybody just kind of throws ideas out there, and then everybody just kind of tentatively agrees or disagrees.
Yeah, I guess that'll work for a little while.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm not going to eat any of the food down here because it makes me sick. But I'm going to probably head back up to ops in a little bit.
That was good. I'm probably going to go lay down for a minute. My bones are creaking.
God damn it, old man. Okay. Changing scenes.
Yeah, there's the screen fade.
Luna and Drake talk a little bit before Drake arrives. Mm-hmm. So we fade back to ops where Drake is happily tapping away on the console doing whatever, and Luna is scowling and ready to kill someone. Before we get into the roleplay, though, Alex, I need you to make 6 of your rolls.
Okay. And that's going to be in engineering or hacking, right?
Yep. Engineering hacking.
Okay. Cool.
Target is 18.
All right. Cool.
Okay. Let me see here. So 0, 0, 6, 0, 0, 5. Okay. So you're happily hacking away, tapping away at your console, working through this problem that's been bothering you. Mm-hmm. You've been pursuing dead ends, backtracks, false records, and eventually you finally track the message all the way back to the same location that it was sent from. Nice. So this is Russo, the message originated at Russo Station.
Okay.
Both of them, you're able, once you break through one, you're able to kind of get through the other one. So both of them came from Russo Station. You are now presented with an identity when you look it up. Doesn't at first it doesn't really have any information. You're like, I don't know who this is. It's pretty confusing, but then you kind of look and you realize that this identity has almost no real details, so it's almost certainly a fake identity, and another kind of mystery for you to work on.
Okay.
So just realized I hadn't generated an ID for this. So give me a name for this. Just give me half a second, and I will get you a name. Oh, chat GPT, can you help me out? Oh, someone's following. Awesome. Didn't catch the name though. There we go. All right. Where's my name list? There we go. This name that sent it to you is Priya Patel, which is a pretty common given and pretty common surname. So
cool. That's exciting. Drake is ecstatic.
All right. So yeah, we'll let you and Luna have some happy chats.
Yeah. So first, when Luna says we have to go to Ceres, Drake kind of like turns around to look at her, but is too scared to say anything. Just kind of looking at her back, and then slowly turns back to the terminal.
We need to tell them when they get back in here that we need to go.
What's on Ceres?
Nothing you need to concern yourself about.
Well, if we're gonna go there,
we can get supplies and shit. You don't need to know my business.
Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, I got you. Let's talk it over with the rest of the dudes, though.
We'll see if Tweedledee and Tweedledum can do anything. Make any decisions.
Yeah.
And between Greg's time spent hacking and the early conversation, you guys can start to hear the doors on the ladder opening and closing as someone is making their way a few floors below up towards ops. They'll be there in about a minute.
While we're waiting for them, I just lean back and sit and wait.
I slowly start typing again.
Drag.
So yeah, series. And then.
And Drake
Johnny
appears.
Heads up that way.
Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna walk over to the where is it? The star chart thing over here again. Robots there. Head over there. Taking forever, flying through space. All right.
We need to go to series.
We need to. Okay. Why?
I have matters to deal with there.
Are they time sensitive?
Not horribly.
Well, the job that we're talking about is time sensitive.
You know what a good thing about that is that if you were paying attention, Luna, the job is to go from take something from Ganymede to Ceres. So we're already going.
I'm making sure that we actually do the job instead of just waste our time debating jobs. So if you two decide who is running things, because you should know, I don't want to be responsible for all of you fucks.
Oh,
So
Good to
please
hear.
make it on the agenda to actually get this shit done.
All right. Here we go.
Top of the agenda.
Hey Harper, coming your way for that job. Hope you still got it on. Let me know and give me
right.
some more details. I need the dollar amount, time frame, all sorts of stuff. Okay. Over.
Check out, Johnny. You ready? Look, I'm gonna throw up a to-do list on the star chart. To-do list: get job done. Number one. It's priority number one now. We're good.
Okay.
Do you want to actually write down which job it is so you don't get it mixed up? I wouldn't want it to get lost in your tiny brain.
I mean, just sub, just right there. I'll say what job it is. Just add it right there. There we go. Two
And
series.
fuel up the ship and get standard shit stuff that we need.
And then we'll be in series. And then we can do your shit.
nice.
Or you can do your shit by yourself. I don't completely care. Happy to help or not.
We could definitely get some better tools for the engine room.
Yeah.
So we'll get the grease monkey some tools.
Perfect.
I may need some help.
What? You wouldn't tell me about it though. What do you want help with?
Oh, we lost our DM.
Oh, crap.
So, I mean, I'm not going to ask too many questions. We all have our fucking secrets. But, yeah, when we actually get there, if you need help, I will help. If it's to shoot somebody or talk to somebody, whatever.
I'd rather not shoot anybody, but I'm willing to help if
Craig,
need
then
be.
you could also just stay back and work on trinkets and the ship. All right. You don't have to come with us to shoot. You don't have to come with us to shoot people. All right. You don't have to.
Okay. That's
right.
good.
Yeah. I mean, you might have to shoot somebody at some point. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm okay with that. I mean, eventually we all have to do something to get by, right? So I do. I had some ideas though. In the last firefight we were in, you remember that one? The one that we almost died in. I saw you using your rifle in like kind of like a long range way. You're trying to shoot like it was a sniper.
Yeah.
But what we had wasn't really a sniper.
It wasn't. No.
But we have a machine shop here now, so I was wondering, we could tinker around with your rifle and make it a little bit more long range. I think.
Have you done weaponsmithing before?
Not very much, but we could start with. We've got a couple of different rifles, so we could start with one of those.
You're gonna start with my high power rifle and see if it doesn't blow up in my face after you're done working on it. Like I'm your guinea pig.
Oh, we'll make sure that doesn't happen. No. We'll prototype it. Don't worry.
Prototype, test it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna test it out. Maybe we could shoot some of your trinkets in a range.
Well, I would never. I would build things to shoot. I don't think I would shoot my figures. That would be.
Okay.
Oof. I already lost all the ones I had before.
Just think of that as a clean slate, Drag. It's a clean slate of artistic canvas, right? Like it's just a brand new canvas for you. You don't have all these trinkets from the past weighing you down and locking you into this one way of doing things. You can do whatever you want now.
Yeah. The minute you say the past, he kind of like looks down into the corner of the room.
Can I roll anything for this? Can I?
Yeah. That's a good point.
Do I see anything in particular? I don't think Roy. Can you hear us?
No, I can hear. Sorry, I didn't realize you were talking to me. Well,
Yeah. Can I roll anything for this? Is what I said.
What are you trying to do? Sorry, exactly.
Perceive anything, because like it looked like he just gave me the 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
And is Dreg trying to like cover anything up, or what's he doing?
He's just kind of, the emotions of the past are catching up with him momentarily, and he's kind of lost in that memory for a sec.
Oh Jesus, that's like one of my best rolls ever.
Nice.
The dice tell a story.
So what I'll do is have Alex DM Jacob what he would perceive.
Okay.
Since you're not trying to hide it or anything.
Yeah. What he would see in the way I'm acting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me find. Jacob, are we friends on Discord?
Maybe not. Hold on.
What is wrong with the two of you? Why are you not yet?
God damn it.
I don't know.
No, I think we're friends. Yeah, here.
Oh, okay.
Here. Type here. Oh, we aren't
Perfect.
friends.
Yeah, there you are.
There you are. Now we're friends.
Oh, accepted. Sorry, that's my bad. Okay, so here you go.
Dreg is an open book. He has no thoughts.
Bro.
He's just enjoying the wind on his face.
Sorry, one.
He's writing me a novel. This is happening.
Long ago, many years ago.
I'm gonna after seeing that, I'm just gonna like walk up Dreg, like kind of real close to me, just maybe just be like kind of like hand on the shoulder, is like, hey man, if you ever need to talk to somebody, just let me know.
I breathe like a sigh of relief almost, and I'm just like, not now, but some point soon, sure.
Yeah, I've seen that look.
We've been through a lot together. I think it's time that you could know that.
Yeah, I've seen that look. It's a look. I'm I won't tell everybody, but a lot of people have that look in the military. So just know we're here for you, man.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. And I'm just gonna walk back over here to my terminal. Kind of just like make a side comment to Johnny, just like, I thought you gonna get some rest, old man.
I heard everybody wandering around, and I didn't really want to miss this wonderful conversation.
That's fair. Yeah. From there, I'm just gonna be doing stuff on the star chart and.
Yeah, I'm gonna, based on like what time cycle is the ship on? Like, is it gonna feel like night and day, or are we always just gonna feel like baseline? When we get tired, we go rest whenever we want. Okay.
Yep. You guys can establish, typically like with ships, you establish just like shifts.
Like a rotation. Okay.
Yeah, like usually like 8-hour shifts. So so and so would be on duty for this shift, then this so and so for the next shift. And yeah, like there's no, because of stuff like that, you can't really like lights out the ship, and then the person or two people who are on shift, they can't even go to the galley because everything's dark and whatnot.
Exactly.
So you just
get a flashlight. Okay. No, I'm kidding.
So you just use your room.
Bedtime.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna sit up from my terminal. I'm like, I'm glad we figured all this stuff out. I was a little worried about the future, but Feeling a lot better about it. I'm gonna go rest. Let me know if anything pops up on the sensors.
Will do.
All right, I'll move that.
So how do you guys want to do this? So you've got a 13-day trip to Garcia Station. We can just fast forward there, or you guys can have more chats on the way. Let me know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Or make it more like this. If you want to have more chats or do anything, let me know. Otherwise, if you don't, we'll fast forward.
Is there any additional news like about like the stuff going on Ganymede or anything like that that's been coming out? I'm looking at the news stuff.
Let me pull that up.
Let's see. It was Elect Station.
Yeah,
was getting fucked up. Is there anything going on with Ganymede at all?
No, nothing abnormal.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
there's issues at Alex Station, but yeah, Ganymede, like, I mean, there's obviously general news, like little things, someone was murdered, whatever, that kind of stuff. But
I'm
nothing.
just scanning that stuff. That's all I'm doing right now, and then fast forward, let you handle whatever random DM events you want to fucking trigger or not.
All good. Does anyone want to do anything else before we do the trip?
No, Johnny sent off his terminal message to Harper. That's probably going to take a few days, I'm sure, to get back.
Yeah, you asked just how much, or was there something else? I can't remember off the top of my head.
Mostly just I said if there's any more specifics or and how much the job's going to pay.
Okay. There we go.
Figure we might start asking questions about jobs before we accept them here on out.
Yeah. So about the next day, you get a message back from Harper. She still has that kind of disheveled, not well slept, bags under her eyes, jumpy attitude. Like whatever's going on either on the station in general or at least in her life is not the most enjoyable right now. She's definitely going through something. And so the recording pops up and she's like, Johnny, I don't have any real more details about it. You've got to take this from Garcia to Ceres. It's, I know I said a simple courier run, but like, to be clear, this can't go through customs. This can't be inspected. And that, because of that, we're going to, if you can get here in the next 2 weeks, week and a half or so, we have a pretty good contract. We can give you some supplies if you need them, depending on what's going on in your ship, and we can give you about 50,000 credits, give or take. And then the recording ends there.
Sounds good. I'll just shoot back. Okay, Harper, you're looking a little stressed there, but we'll be there in a couple weeks. We can figure it out. We'll take the job.
Yeah. So about 8 hours after that, you just get it's like not even a text message. It's just like not a written message. It's just a quick message that says like, message received. And then there's a countdown and it's 14 days and 7 hours. So like there's definitely a little bit of a timer on the job. You probably guess, knowing your past interactions of this nature, that whatever's happening, they're not it's kind of a first come first serve. She's probably messaged a couple people, and whoever gets there first gets the job.
Okay. I'll wideband to the ship and just say, "Hey guys, there's
it's to Jacob. Tabs open.
I heard some other voice, and then his camera.
He's back. Okay. Yeah, I was just seeing if he's around.
AFK for a minute there.
Yep, no worries. All right, go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I was gonna open up just like a ship-wide terminal and just say, "Hey, I got back from the people. Looks like there's a timer on this thing. We may want to consider burning a little bit harder. 50,000 plus they can give us some supplies for the ship, so that'll save us some money there. But there's a timer on this. It's 14 days and 8 hours, so there may be some other people that could pick up the job, so we might want to move a little bit quicker. So hope you belters can be all right with maybe we could do a half a G, something like that. Like we could come out this way."
I get on the wideband. I'm like, that's fine with me. I'll make it work. Do we need to change the way it's burning at all? Should we keep burning dirty?
I think we can burn clean there. We've got the transponder. Otherwise,
cool.
Yeah, then we can use that trick at another time and burn it dirty. But we don't really want anybody to.
What's the signature of the transponder? What kind of ship is the transponder showing us as?
I pull up the transponder files on a terminal on my PDA thing.
Shows that you're a Danger class. No, I'm joking. No, it shows that you guys are a small freighter. It looks, your class is a light freighter. It has a rough profile, a hull profile and engine profile that matches yours. Details that would have been sent to get the transponder. It's intentionally pretty vague, the way a lot of gray area registrations would happen, where people are going to modify their ship or don't want everyone to know what's on it. Yeah. But it's legal, if maybe sometimes questionable.
Like most things I do. I mean, we stop burning dirty, but I don't know how many freighters you've ever known that were able to burn clean.
Well, burning dirty, we're like altering the drive signature, right? So is that less about like the kind of way it's burning in terms of fuel?
So above the table, number one, most ships, even Belter ships, most of the time the engines are kept in exceptional condition as much as possible, because that's how you live. So like letting your engine be poorly maintained, burning dirty, etc., like not running correctly, these are things that will kill you. And Belter nature is instilled to double, triple, quadruple check that stuff and get it repaired. So engines typically run generally pretty well. The area where this might be an issue is if people look too closely. This is more engine than a light freighter, but it won't stand out unless you guys are actually burning hard, which will draw its own attention, because why is this light freighter doing like 12 Gs or something insane? So, why are these people being literally pressed to near unconsciousness in their crash couches? So that, they'll be seeing that first before the engine, versus the engine, and be like, hey, I wonder what this engine's doing. Also, just to be clear, the whole idea of burning dirty, it's not a magical switch where suddenly people can't find you. If someone has their scopes on your ship, you can switch your engine to burning dirty, but they're still looking at you. It's the equivalent of like if you're following someone in a field and they put on a top hat and a jacket. You're like, well, I'm still looking at you, motherfucker. I know that you have a top hat and a jacket.
Yeah.
You would need to pass out of sight for a moment, put the top hat and jacket on, and then when you come back into sight, the person may not realize it's you. So that would be the trick. You've got to break kind of line of sight, or hope that you've broken line of sight from someone who's watching you. But if someone's just watching you, you could do anything, and they're still going to be watching you. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, if it will maximize our fuel, I'd be happy to switch our engines back to burning a little bit more like normal.
Yeah.
I say over the PA. Okay, cool.
Yeah. We could also do. I'm not sure again how many G's that y'all can handle comfortably, but we could push it up to even 0.8. And if y'all are gonna eat the floor, we can probably get there before everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm cool with it.
Let's punch it.
All right. If it starts causing any of y'all discomfort, just let us know. We can throttle back down to 5. See where y'all are at comfortably.
Cool. That works for me. I'm gonna head down to engineering before we burn up though, and just I'm gonna start reconfiguring the drive signature or the burn signature. Okay.
Right. Is there anything else you guys want to chat about or do before you embark on the actual travel portion?
Mm-hmm.
All set.
Going once, going twice, gone. All right. So your ship spends the next 7.5 days burning towards Garcia Station. At about the 3.5 day mark, you guys flip and start your deceleration burn. So that you come in and match the orbit of Garcia Station. Garcia Station is a smaller spin station. It's home to probably about 3,000 people. It was kind of established at one point as a refinery for a corporation. That corporation later went bankrupt, and the station almost fell into use before kind of being claimed by Mars, where the corporation is from. So the station is generally under Martian rule. There hasn't really been any major events on the station that you're aware of. It's just people live and work there. They still do some refinery, refine gases and material for other smaller stations. It's not a major production hub. As to that effect, there's not a ton of commercial traffic in and out of the station. There is some, and so the station does maintain supplies like water, fuel, that kind of stuff. But generally speaking, your ship will probably be the only ship that's docked there during your time, or maybe there'll be one other. It's not going to be a busy station. And as you come in and get close to the station, you can confirm that you don't see any other ships docked with Garcia Station. You send your transponder details and docking request. It gets cleared in a timely fashion, and you guys are able to come in and establish a dock with the station. The dock is at the bottom, kind of the main spindle, so there's no gravity when you dock, and on the main spindle, you'll be able to travel up the spindle and then out to the actual spin ring where the habitation and commercial activities occur. But any of the warehouses and production facilities are along that main spindle. So to give you an idea, if you're looking to buy supplies, etc., it'll be in that center spindle with float, and then all the other stuff will be on the habitation ring.
Nice. What's gonna be our bay, our port?
Of all of the questions you guys have not asked, docking bay 7. And if you look, essentially 1, 3, 5, 7 are the odd number ones are much smaller bays, and 2, 4, 6, 8 are larger and would facilitate like a medium-sized ship. And anything bigger, like a full ice hauler, a colony ship, a big battleship from Mars or Earth, just probably can't really dock at this station.
Gotcha.
Before we head out of the ship, I kind of want to. Well, I'll go to the galley, and I'll go on PA over wide, and I say, "What are we doing about our credit situation in terms of like? I want some credits to go to the bar. We've been traveling a lot. Is someone in charge of all our credits? Are we splitting it up amongst ourselves?"
Well, we don't really have a defined situation here. It's motherfucker. Why is this not working? All right, divided by.
Oh yeah, no. I
so
definitely. Go
that's
ahead.
20.
Sorry.
That's 25. It'd be 25K each. Or we can consolidate a larger portion of it and share, split smaller amount, and then use like a larger portion for like handling ship stuff. I'm for having more of like somebody we trust in the crew, or kind of like 2 people being in control of like the larger pool of money that we're using for ship purchases and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then,
I'm cool with that too.
Yeah. So
above table, like, do we roll to see if we had anything in the past? I'm still not getting this.
You have money from your job. Your particular job, you would have some money from it. Everyone has an income of some level attached to their character. So yours, I think, is just the 1 because you were doing like jobs.
Mine's a 3.
Yours is a 3, eh? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm thinking on the wrong scale. Yeah, 3 is kind of like not like, that's like lower class. Like you don't have a ton of money, but you have some money, so you can get like a cheap hotel room. You can get, basic food, like take like greasy spoon food, takeout food. You can get like cheap drinks at a bar. You can't go and like buy anything too expensive typically, unless you really skimp in other areas.
So we do like 5K each, and then there's a 100K pool that we could put towards the ship. Whoever goes shopping for the ship, which I was probably going to go get some of that done.
I got to talk to Harper. She said something about part of the payment it could be helping us supply up. So if you got a list or something, I can shoot it over her way and see what she can fill off of it.
Well, food, water, definitely at the top of the list. PDC rounds and maybe some torpedoes if they can throw them our way would also be up there. Maybe an armor suit. I don't know how many armors do we have. Armor suits in the armory.
Yeah, one sec. I'm sending a GM message to Mark.
Yeah, as for the pool money, if we want to have a pool money situation, like a ship finance situation, we can have it where maybe Johnny and Luna, or Luna and Maria or something, are in like essentially in control of that. So there's like two people that have to be around to be able to access that. Not just like one person has control over all of our money.
Yeah, I like the buddy fail-safe system.
And then, sorry, Jacob, what were you asking me above the table?
I didn't ask you anything.
Oh, I thought you were. Well, I was messaging Mark. Sorry.
No, I was asking the crew if there was like suits, like we had like
oh
armored
yes,
suits
you have from the fight, you have four that you, Maria, Luna, and Dreg wore. Those are in pretty much the similar condition you started in. There's a few more scrapes from bullets on the armor plates, but like functionally, they're not any worse off than before. Just more wear and tear, basically. Mark's suit obviously had some damage, some self healing, so he had asphyxiated and bled to death. And then Maria spent some time kind of patching that up and making it work, so it's in serviceable condition. Though obviously has, looks like someone died in it.
This one actually is above table. What's the likelihood for us being able to get our hands on, like, say, like a fucking MCRN, like fucking Terminator suit?
Exceptionally unlikely. Like that stuff is heavily guarded, and the fact that the last episode you were in, not the previous one, but the one before that, we had ended off with you and Johnny finding some parts for arms and legs. That was the cargo that you had retrieved and were taking, and the fact that you found that for United States Marine Reaper armor was shocking to Drake. Like, it's not something that, like, it is so heavily guarded, and there's not even a lot of it. Like, that stuff is for kind of the elite forces of the Earth or Mars and then Marine Corps. So there's not a ton of it, and it's very closely guarded because it is huge. It's basically impenetrable to the average small arms. So someone could essentially take over an entire ship with that if there wasn't appropriate force or suicidal tendencies to overcome it.
I just watched like the last episode with like Amos and Bobby, just the two of them taking an entire planetary base by themselves.
It's crazy.
But I was like, I want that.
Yes, and actually, that reminds me. When they were talking about stuff, Luna spilled the beans. Before you met her, before you and Johnny met her, she had gone on another job for Side, and with Dreg being Dreg, he didn't snoop, but Luna was more of a Johnny and did snoop. And she found that they were transporting some of the missiles that you saw in that episode. So essentially, the armor has like hard points on the back that you can strap different stuff to. One of the common attachments is essentially like a mini torpedo launcher. So it like straps on the back of the suit, and you have these little mini like 10-inch long torpedoes that get ejected out and can go hone in and blow stuff up. And that was what was in the episode. So she found some of those as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. We could have just stole all that and been like the worst people in space.
Just would need helmets, body, feet, hands, like all. They were far from a complete set, but
like the
we all have one part.
Yeah, it's like the mission to complete like Excalibur.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Greg, your plan was to I hope like you have some contact or something on this station to try and get some things, because they don't have like a torpedo shop on Garcia, or PDC light armor, things like that. I mean, you're gonna probably can't even get. There's probably not even anybody on here that on the station that can fill up some torpedoes. but you might find
that's a good point.
might find some small arms on the black market. I might be able to check with Harper about that and see if she can do things. So
Okay.
really think
I mean, at the
make a
very
list
least,
up.
yeah,
I'll
at the
see what
very
I
least, at the very least, we can get tools and stuff if they won't hook us up with that for drag. Yeah, and then the basics. If they have parts for the PDCs, like if they have anything that they can spare parts wise for PDCs, like we can start working on a second one for our ship. Like we already have a lot of the parts ourselves.
I mean, we could get. They've got raw materials and things here, so I mean, anything that drag could like make in the machine shop. We've got those source parts. I don't know if that's possible, but
yeah, I can definitely. I'll ask around. I'll try and gather some recon about that for sure.
You might have to hire some more people to work with you and down there in the machine shop. You're working on weapons and PDCs, and might have to hire a crew for drag over here.
Yeah, but then I would just be building figures all the time.
Oh, Jesus. Just delegates immediately.
Exactly.
Everything.
Teach them exactly how to do it, and then I'm done. No. Yeah, I mean, if you want to, I don't think we have to hire somebody just yet, but we can. I can put out feelers too if we need an intern for the ship.
Yeah, you're working on my weapon, possibly the PDCs, possibly something else.
PVCs.
PDCs.
Oh.
Yeah, because we have to build those out. We have like 2 more compartments, I think, for additional.
Yeah. That's a good
weapon.
point.
Three more. So we definitely want to start adding to our arsenal here. Otherwise, we're just sitting duck.
Yeah, agreed. I can definitely ask around for parts for that too.
Right.
But first, I need to get a couple rounds in.
I'll make sure you get your tools. Well, all right. Here's your 5K at the very least.
Okay, thank you.
You at least get fucked up on that, I assume. I don't
Yeah.
know how much it costs here. I've been slummed it up on series for way too long. It does not cost a lot to get wasted.
It will be good. I had a little bit before we endeavored, or before we embarked on our last mission too. So.
All right.
Cool. I appreciate it.
Stay out of trouble, or at least the kind of trouble I get into.
Yeah, well, I'll have to get into a little bit of trouble just to find more parts and torpedoes, but we'll see what we can do.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Johnny will kind of try to gather together a list of all the things that we kind of want and shoot off a quick PDF of that to Harper, and also let her know that we've arrived on the station, and ask what's next.
It's PDF version 40.
732.
732. Yep.
And you still have trouble exporting it from Microsoft. Get wrecked.
They're just
so
what's
real.
this archaic format? It's Johnny's old.
Oh God, so painful to think about. So yeah, after you send the message to Harper and you get a incoming video request almost immediately.
Hey Harper, what's going on?
She pops up on the feed and she's wearing an orange, pretty bright orange jumpsuit. She's got her hair pulled back her blonde hair pulled back in a bun. If anyone's peeking, she's a white woman, blonde hair, blue eyes. She's about 40. Average looks. Nothing particularly stands out to you. She looks tired, bags under her eyes. And as she's on the camera, she kind of keeps kind of like jumpy looks to the side, like kind of like paying attention to what's around her. And she's like, Johnny, you're docked?
Yep. Right
Good,
here.
Good. Come to warehouse 11B.
Warehouse 11B.
Yep. I'll meet you there.
Am I hearing this?
Yeah. Or maybe.
Are you trying to hide your terminal from anyone?
No.
No. And, you guys are all chatting, so anyone who actually wants to pay attention can hear it.
Yeah, I'm not letting you go out there by yourself, Johnny. That's sketch. So at the very least, for her to go meet up with somebody.
Yeah, I mean,
We don't have to roll deep, but like,
I didn't say come alone or anything. I've never met her personally, but we just talked over the terminal and done jobs, so it's a little interesting.
yeah, I mean, it's probably an ambush. So
I mean, yeah, I know how I know how your mind goes. Straight to that. So maybe grab 2 rifles and 3 guns before we head out.
So bandolier grenades. I'm like already like got a whole. It's like, oh, we probably should leave this on the ship.
maybe suit up in your EV suit. Your armor, just in case.
Don't tempt me, all right, Johnny.
So is there making plans, or is anyone else making plans to go out as well, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my. I'm gonna try to find a nearest dive bar. That's
So you don't give a shit about the meeting. You're like, I'm gonna go get drunk.
Yeah,
Luna.
I'm like, call me if you need me.
What's Luna up to?
I guess I'm going to be following Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I don't want them to die, and I'm not sure if they'll survive without anyone smarter than them there.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on my patchwork leather jacket, and just have my pistol in my shoulder holster, and let's go.
So you haven't patched your jacket yet. So there is that
I thought I
starfish.
patched it.
No, I joked about you patching it. Did you want to patch it?
I mean, we were traveling for 7.5 days. I think I had to do something.
So what is your, hold on, because our little figurine.
Are we just gonna roll how bad it goes?
Yeah, I mean, there's a crafting roll. I'm trying to find, where did your token even go to?
I don't have crafting skills
Drag.
at all.
No, not yours. Dregs. Where did you hide your token?
Oh no, it's in
there.
operations. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about.
Mine was in engineering. Sorry, I'm bringing it back up.
Roll. How good of a repair do you want to try to do? Do you want to try to make it look relatively undamaged? Do you want to just sew it up so that it's whole?
I mean, I assume it's just gonna have like some patches on the really big holes and like some like sewed together parts with like whatever decent material would look right.
The PDC round is tiny that went through it. The damage is more from the force. So like the hole itself is tiny, but it kind of like ripped the leather in this kind of like starfish pattern. So the whole hole is kind of like, what did I say, like small bowling ball or softball, something like that.
I'll try to fix it up as nice as possible. Then that's doable.
All right, so a dexterity crafting roll versus 15.
Oh, amazing! This is gonna go super well. Oh boy, 10.
Okay, so on the trip there, you spent some time working on this, trying to like line up the edges and like use some like patches here and some sewing here and some maybe some patches on the inside to hold things together. And when you're done, the hole's patched up, but the result kind of looks like an arts and craft project from like a grade 5 who didn't really care about it that much. There's like lines that didn't line up properly.
Definitely, it's a skills issue, not a carrying issue here.
Just describe what it looks like, not the intent. So there's like, things that are not matched up properly, things that kind of overlap where they shouldn't. Like it's very clearly a repaired hole in the jacket.
Amazing. He's just wearing it proudly. It's like, all right, got the jacket fixed up, guys.
Mark, are you wearing your leather jacket? Did you try and repair it?
No.
No to both?
I'm wearing it, but no, I didn't. I'm just leaving the hole.
Okay.
Not much of a sewer.
Cool. All right. What are you guys taking with you in terms of weapons beyond Drake's single pistol?
I'm just gonna take a pistol as well. One like just full with one magazine. Nothing crazy. Not expecting too much.
You guys taking tasers, knives, batons, or just all in with the guns?
Do I have a knife? I have a knife, right?
Yeah, you guys like in terms of like a knife or even like a taser. I have no problem letting you guys have that.
Yeah, I'll say that I have a knife.
I want a taser.
Concealed. Of course you do.
I'll have a knife too.
Gonna be drunk. He's like, bring a knife.
You never know.
I'll take a taser too.
All right, and a pistol or just a taser?
I'll just take the taser now.
Just the taser. Taser. And where is it? Oh,
and would Johnny know this station well enough to know where like a specific warehouse is and whatnot? Or be able to find it relatively easily?
You'd be able to find it very easily from the directory. Like warehouses like this are on the station directory so that crews and ships can find them because they're constantly moving stuff around. So it's super easy to find. And again, all like the warehouses are all along the main spindle, and you're at the bottom of the main spindle, so they're just above you somewhere. If there were gravity.
Cool.
And when you look at it, you'll find that warehouse is about halfway between the bottom where the docks are and about the point where the connecting tunnels, or not tunnels, but like hallways go out to the habitation ring. So it's about a third of the way up the station, and it's about halfway between those 2 points.
Very
and
nice.
Sorry, Drag, you're taking just a knife?
Yeah.
Okay, Luna? Did I ask already? You wanted a taser, right?
Taser.
You got that.
I'll bring a pistol too, even though I might end up handing it to someone else. Figured it might be smart to bring.
Okay. All right. So just a taser for Johnny, and pistol knife for Drake. Okay. Awesome. All right. So
Drake, you didn't want to bring one of those grenades that you got? I'm joking.
I got the pistol. We're good. Go.
Okay.
In case you any second doubts, Drake would be very aware that since this warehouse is on the main spindle, at least one wall of the warehouse will be the wall of the station there to space. And deploying that grenade very well could vent all of you into space. So
that's where they're going to ambush us from, is right there.
Just drill through the wall. Come in with their suits. Oh man.
All right. Awesome. So we will touch base with Drag after, and we're going to have our threesome head to the warehouse. Unless you guys have any last minute things you want to set up, cover. No. Okay. Give me a second to switch scenes. changing all your weapons, and then I forgot I have to import you to the new scene, and that resets everything. So half a quick sec there. That's good. Johnny does not have that, but he does have that. Good to go. And all right. Let me just zoom in here. Okay. And let me just grab Harper's token, which is hidden away. Or not. I'm pretty sure I have a Harper token for her. Did I not create a token for her? I almost certainly did. But I bet the search is just ass. Yes, the search is ass. Awesome. All right. So you guys head up the main spindle on the float. Use a lift that helps you to get up there to the level where the warehouse is at. You disembark, and the levels basically through the spindle are all, the equivalent of about 2 to 3 stories, depending on the particular level, because they're all either production facilities or warehouses, so they're taller than normal. So you get off the lift and make your way into the warehouse, and it's fairly large. It has just a bunch of different random crates and containers around. It's not super well lit. There's a couple of like mini airlocks that can be used to take cargo directly out and like just move it to ships without having to go through the station or through the docks. And you can, as you come in, you hear someone kind of from the center, just out of sight, go, "Johnny, is that you?" And it's to Johnny. It sounds like Harper's voice.
Hey, Harper.
Hey, come on in.
Johnny will make his way over.
Okay. And is Luna just staying by the door? Is she going to make her way in as well?
Standing back and observing, but close enough where I can hear. So if I can click my person, can I click? I can't click my person. Could you please move my person closer?
Just drag. Can't drag?
I tried.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. All right. So I'll have, like, as you guys make your way in, you're making your way in. Nothing too exciting. You doing anything on your way in to?
Just kind of scanning the environment.
Okay, Johnny, Luna.
Just mostly paying attention to Harper, seeing if I can pick up her state of mind right now, because she's been kind of frazzled.
Okay, and Luna, as you make your way in a little bit, did you do anything, or just kind of make your way in?
Just looking around to see if I see anything or anything going on, to see if there might be others unwanted around.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to have Drake make a perception intuition against target number 12. Luna, the same thing. Johnny is going to make it against 16, and you're also just going to make a perception empathy, and that's going to be target number 12 as well.
Okay. I'm going to use fortune points to pass this one.
Okay.
What am I rolling again?
Perception, intuition, target number 12. All right. So
damn,
Jacob, you said you're going to spend so you need to spend 2 fortune points. So go ahead and make that adjustment. Johnny is sorry. Which the first one was the perception, intuition, or perception?
Yeah, that's mine.
No, of Mark's.
Oh.
Your first roll was perception, intuition, or perception, empathy? You're muted.
Perception, empathy.
Okay, and then the second one was perception, intuition.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So as you guys make your way in, Drake and Luna, you guys both clock 2 other people in the warehouse. Each to kind of like, they're behind Harper and to the side. So they're not trying to like, they're spread out, but they don't appear to be trying to like aggressively or actively flank you. And they're certainly not trying to get behind you. They both appear to be just kind of spending half their time watching you and half the time looking around. Obviously they could be a threat, but they're not, you don't sense that they're an active threat. They're just kind of watching what's happening. In terms of Johnny, so Johnny, you kind of clock the same thing because that roll was really high. So you see what's going on there. And then your perception empathy roll, like you're having a hard time figuring out what's going on with Harper. She's, same thing, like just looks a little jumpy. She's looking around a little bit. And like where she's standing, she clearly has like a little bit of cover that she could kind of duck behind if she wanted to. And you can also tell like she's in a position where she can get support from the 2 other people. They can watch her and like, shoot people that are, threatening her.
So, hey Harper, so what happened here? What's going on? Because, I got a message from you a few weeks back about maybe wanting to stay away from the whole Garcia station. That the weather wasn't good and whatnot. And then I got a job offer here, and you want me to come to the station. And to be honest, you've looked better. I don't know what's going on, but you got to tell me something here. What are we doing here?
She does kind of the Belter shrug, which Belters tend to, they've developed this kind of like overly obvious kind of physical nods and gestures from being in EVA suits where you can't really see like a small nod. So Belters don't usually nod with their head; they'll usually nod with like their hand. They're like, instead of shrugging with their shoulders, they do a big shrug with their arms, that kind of stuff. She does one of those, like shrug with her arms, like clearly like, kind of a whatever confused gesture. And she's like, actually, like the interloaders have been cracking down them. The Martians have been watching everything on the station. They've blitzed the people here and picked up a couple people. So we're just trying to keep our heads down and not get caught.
Makes sense. So what's going on? What's up with what are we? I know you said you didn't want to, that this wasn't something that you'd want to go through customs or anything like that. Standard job for me. So how long is it you have to?
I mean, the biggest thing is getting this cargo off the station. You know, you got to get to the series, but there's no rush once it's off the station. We just can't let the interloaders find it.
Gotcha. Who are we meeting over in series?
There's a couple people. We got to figure out exactly when you're arriving, because you have one person leaving and one person arriving. But it'll be someone that you haven't met before. It's just someone, you know, someone who's a friend of mine, and they'll you know, they'll take the cargo from you and move on from series with it.
Okay. And 50,000 for the trip.
Yep.
Anything else I need to know?
I mean, if you get caught with this cargo, you're going to be in trouble.
What is it?
She kind of like, she turns over and looks at Drake for a second, looks back at Johnny, and she kind of like, she like head and hand gestures to Drake, kind of like, you know, this kind of motion, and she's like, how well do you trust this guy?
I trust him well.
And how about the other people on your ship?
A little less.
It's probably better if you don't know what the cargo is.
How dangerous is the cargo itself?
Itself, not dangerous.
Itself, not dangerous? Okay.
All right.
Can I roll persuasion and just be like, hey, we should probably know what this is if we're going to be taking this on?
So this would be, yeah, communication, persuasion. So with Mark and Jacob, how strongly, like, if someone says we should know what it is, how much would you agree or disagree with that in this situation, or specifically with Johnny or Drake, agree or disagree? Do they need to be persuaded to figure out what it is, or do they want to know too?
I could go either way.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so I'm kind of okay not knowing what it is as long as it can't itself kill us, and all we have to worry about is other people trying to kill us for it. That's generally how smuggling goes.
I'll probably open it on the ship once we get there.
Let's be honest.
Johnny's not really concerned about knowing now.
Yeah. I'm gonna say just to make this person comfortable, I'm just gonna. I would say I would just kind of push back a little bit, so I would need to be persuaded.
Okay. And is Luna saying that to just more to Johnny and Drake, or is she addressing it to Harper as well when she says that?
I would say it would be something along the lines to Harper of, hey, we've had to deal with a lot of shit and people killing us lately, that it would be good to know what we get into, and then looking at the guys going, look, I don't need to know. I don't want to know what the fuck you're up to. I just want you to make the decision if it's going to kill us or what it is. So, Harper, please tell them, and I will walk away because I don't want to die over this shit.
All right. So I'm going to have you make a persuasion, a communication persuasion roll, target number 14 for Harper, and a communication persuasion roll, 1 each for Drake and for Johnny against 16.
I have to be persuaded real good.
I'm really good at persuading.
Okay.
Wait, it's the test results, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And I need to do something. Because that's going to push you guys to a turn pool of 20.
Of course.
Okay.
We're just gonna get fucked right now. Be a good ending for this episode.
What is the roll you do? I think it's just higher than a 4. Let me double check. I just love how the rolls are so hidden. They're a pain in the ass to find. One d6 and consult the churn over table. Oh, there we go. Yes. So, Jen, I am going to have you in the dice log. Down at the bottom, it says like public pool, and there's a drop down there. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then to the left of it, there's
The die?
I can't even use it. Like, what is? Yeah. Okay. So just in the thing below, go /roll ROLL space 1d6, and you are looking for a 1 to 3. Oh, sorry, a 4 to 6 is good for you.
You said 1 to 3
Yeah,
first.
I know. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Dude, that's cheating.
DM
You said 1 to 3 and I got a 3, and then you said 4 to 6 and I got a 6.
Well, in fairness, I hadn't finished my sentence. You roll a lot of the times before I'm finished what I'm saying. Just to be fair. Okay.
Fine.
He does like to watch Expanse on 2 times speed, so
Yeah.
I do.
So Luna's saying this, and you can see for a moment, more than a moment even, that Harper actually even like starts to kind of nod a little bit, and you could swear she's about to agree with Luna. And then all of a sudden she just like crosses her arms and just like frowns, and she lets Luna finish, and then she takes a moment and she says, if you want to know what the cargo is, it's going to cost you out of your take.
How much?
Half.
Quarter.
She just shakes her head. She's like, no, it's a half. Or there's no bargaining on this one.
I'm gonna look at Johnny. Do we care?
I don't. I do care about 25,000 credits.
Yeah, I care about 25,000 credits. Luna, you care about 25,000 credits?
Y'all, we're gonna get fucked up. Shit's gonna happen.
It's the risk we take smuggling.
It's kind of
It is.
a job.
It is.
All right, we don't have to know. Just let's just get this job done.
So Harper's like, in 4 hours, be ready at your ship.
Okay.
We'll be bringing the cargo in from outside.
With the other shit we need?
What other shit do you want?
Oh, I thought, Johnny, didn't you send Harper a list?
Yeah, I think I sent a list over saying with the supplies that we were in need of.
What was on that above the table? What was always on that list?
I was kind of just throwing it out there, like the tools for Alex and some
Food, water,
fuel, food, anything that they could help. Harper did say that she could help with some supplies. So
Yeah. Okay. So tools, food, water, fuel.
Yep.
Anything else that was on that list or no?
I mean, if they could hook us up with PDC rounds, but I'm not really.
Yeah.
Did you put that on the list, Mark? Or
no, I didn't. He did say that, but I
God
figured
damn
out.
it, Johnny.
Nice.
They're gonna show up with that shit on the dock in 4 hours. I'm gonna be pissed off at you. Like, where are the bullets?
so she looks at her terminal for a moment. You can see her like kind of like the wheels turning, and she's like, I can get your fuel topped off in 2 hours, and I can get you a couple months worth of food supply for a crew of 8. I don't know what your crew size is. I can't get you anything else without raising flags.
Yeah, that's cool. We'll take it.
You can't hook us up with water either.
No, I don't have there's no way to do that without you paying.
Okay, no, that's fair.
And then we'll sort the rest of the stuff out ourselves.
So the crew 8 for how many months? Sorry,
2.
Oh wow,
so this is almost 4 months of food.
Yeah,
it's good.
Depending on how much you guys like Luna on the trip or not.
They would die.
As long as we're not eating the gruel anymore.
Yeah.
Eat the Belter kibble instead.
Oh my god.
Belter kibble.
Belter kibble sounds yummy. It's all like
comparison to this.
Yeah, a lot of like spicy dishes.
It kind of sounds, honestly, like when I would watch them make it and eat it and stuff, it just kind of sounds like a combination of like curries and like starchy foods from like Ireland or something, Scotland or something.
Well, I was thinking almost more like Indian.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like the curry.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
They have like this like starchy like potato ball like situation, which I've seen like in
like a niche.
I've seen it like in like Irish culture and stuff.
Yeah,
like it's very much like a combination of several cultures. Very cool.
Yeah. Some random stuff mixed in there.
I would eat it.
Yeah,
like the spices are there to hide whatever it is.
And there's 2. There's like red kibble, which is the spicy one. There's white, which is like the less spicy one. So it's less about hiding stuff and whatnot. Okay. So Harper just like she nods and she's like, oh well, if there's nothing else, and she kind of like she gives you guys a gesture towards the door, like if there's nothing else, get out of here, kind of deal.
It's fair.
Yeah. We'll catch you later.
Good doing business.
Nice to meet you, by the way. Nice to finally meet in person, by the way.
Yeah, it's a change. Just don't get killed.
Plan every day.
That's what we're exceptionally good at. Probably the only thing we're good at.
Okay. And as you guys make your way out of the warehouse, we're gonna fade to black and call it there for today.
Yeah. Woo! Yeah. We didn't get shot at.